Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your man Whitney Robinson from Elated Culture, and you are now tuned in to Elated Conversations. Today, I have a special guest who is actually a great friend of mine and have been for over 20 years. Her name is Dr. Stephanie Oguchi. She is a certified doctor and now an author. She has a new book out now. It's called The Colors of Me, Chi-Chi's Hair. And guess what? I had to get her on the podcast. So without further ado, it's Elated Conversations. Let's go. Once again, I want to welcome you to Elated Conversation. And today I am joined by my good friend, my partner, my homie, Dr. Stephanie Oguchi. What's going on?
What's going on? I'm happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me for this interview.
Thank you for being here, man. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on with the book and everything. But before we get into that, for people who don't know you, give us a brief summary of who Dr. Stephanie Oguchi is and give us some of your credentials.
Okay, well, I got my Bachelor of Science from Penn State University. Later on, a couple years later, I went to occupational therapy school and I got my master's there. And 5 years later, I went ahead and got my doctorate degree in occupational therapy.
Yo, that is dope. So let's just jump in. Let's just jump into it with your book. So how did you make that decision to write Chi-Chi's Hair? How did you come up with that? Like, what was the thought process behind it? Like, what made you do this?
Well, from the very beginning, I've always been a good storyteller. So I've kind of wanted to put my thoughts on paper. I've been writing stories, but never really did anything with them. I actually have a non-fictional novel now that I've been working on for a while. But, you know, when I was during my thesis process with my doctoral education, I needed a second outlet. So what I was doing was trying to kind of take my mind away. So Chi-Chi then was created, and along with other stories, other children's stories about loving yourself and embracing yourself and respecting others.
Wow. So all that comes from your job occupation and just things you experienced over the course of the years.
Right. Not only that, I mean, it's 2018 and, you know, everything is so divided, racially, culturally, orientation. Everybody's fighting everybody, you know, and we kind of just have to get back to the basics, you know, as humans, loving one another.
Yeah. And so was this book like solely about your life, or was it, you know, chapters of people's different, how can I say it? Like, people's lives or kids that you experienced, or like, how did that go? Like, is this based solely on your life?
Chi-Chi is based on an event that happened to me. So Chi-Chi is me, pretty much. Yeah, so a lot of my stories, you know, I use different characters, but a lot of my stories have been geared to things that actually have happened in my childhood, you know? Because I am Nigerian, you know. So I just kind of wanted to put these stories out there for others, you know, everybody's probably been through the same things that I've been through.
So how often do you see kids that reflect the life of Chi-Chi in your occupation? Like, I know you work a lot with kids, and I know you see a lot. And so what similarities do you see in these kids and also in Chi-Chi?
Well, I mean, I work with kids with disability. You know, kids with disability always feel different because they can't do some of the same things that other kids and normal kids can do. So right then and there, as an occupational therapist, you know, you have to put on many different hats. So my psychological hat kind of helps me help the kids to know that you can do anything that you set your mind to, you know, just because you have this disability, it can't stop you. And that's what kids in 2018 need to understand. Once they start understanding that, they love themselves, they become confident, and, you know, the world is theirs.
Yes. So is this the first of many? Like, you know, is there going to be a whole complete series? Like, what we doing with that?
Yeah, it's a series. I literally have 12 stories written, just waiting in the wing.
Hold on, 12 books or 12 stories?
12 stories.
Oh, okay.
Raw copies. They haven't been put in books, but it's coming. So I wanted to kind of put Chi-Chi out there to set it all off, you know?
Yeah. That's tight. So, man, how does it feel to be an author now? Like, you're out there. You're in Barnes and Nobles, on Amazon, doing heavy promotion on social media. So how does that feel?
It feels good. I mean, I just want to help people, you know? That's my main goal, you know? The love and support has been really overwhelming. I was kind of scared to kind of bring this book out because I didn't know how people were going to receive it. And this book is inclusive. I want to include everybody, not just African-American children, you know? Because again, bullying is in every race, every culture, you know? So I'm trying to reach everybody.
Yes. And that's what's up. I'm just proud of you first. I'm gonna say that, you know what I mean? We talk a lot, so, you know, we go back and forth. So on the second series, are you doing something for the men or the young men?
I am. So my next character is actually going to be a boy. I don't want to give too much away. I want to write the story and put it out there, and everybody just buy your copy.
Yes. And tell us where we can find you at. I mean, I know I mentioned some of the places, but I mean, is there any other locations we can find you at?
Yeah, our website is www.thecolorsofme.com. You can find us there, and if you need to order, there's a place where you can order the book. Like you said, on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Those are a couple of other places where you can find the book. So it's out there.
It's out there. So I want to take it back. All the way to like Penn State.
Okay. We are.
Yeah. I ain't Penn State. You know, you one that graduated from there, not me. So back then, did you see yourself going in this direction? Like, was it always a part of your plan or a part of your goals to write a book? Like, how did this all get started? Like, starting back then, where did you see yourself going?
Honestly, you know, the book writing is just an added thing. I didn't see myself going in this direction. When I first started at Penn State as a freshman, I was a pre-med major, you know? And 2 years later, I found out that pre-med wasn't for me. So I had to figure out a different plan and quit.
Right.
So, you know, I ended up graduating with biobehavioral health, the study and interaction of people. I like to watch people and kind of analyze, you know, that it's a little bit of psychology, but then sociology, just the ologies all mixed into one. So, you know, I didn't know this was gonna turn out like this.
Man, that is so cool. Like, I keep saying that because just watching you from back then at Penn State till now, like, you really have a story to tell. And I know even with us talking, you know, you share some of the things that you went through, but Chi-Chi's hair is based solely on your life, and that's just another aspect of who you are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what would be your advice to someone who's looking to write a book, or just people who have goals that that's pretty much starting off where you started off back to Penn State? Like, what would be your advice to them?
Just prioritize. Just which one is important. I'm sure all goals are important, but which one can you achieve in a short amount of time, or even a long time. You have your short term and your long term goals. Make sure that your goals are achievable. If you're, picking up goals that are just not attainable, you're going to frustrate yourself. And when you figure out your goal, go for it. Don't stop. Just keep going. So, and don't let anybody tell you, oh no, this doesn't sound right, or no, I don't think you can do it, because nobody knows your hustle but you.
Right. And I know you had to put like a lot of things on the back burner, like from getting your degree, going to getting your master's, and now you are officially a doctor. Like, tell the people some of the things you just had to struggle with before you can even get to where you are now. Because we see you right now and we see the success and the book, and there's so much more to come in your life. But tell people some of the struggles you had getting there and how you got over it.
I mean, it's been hard. I'm not going to lie to you. I cried many of times. I'm from Houston, Texas. So I moved, I left my family and friends in Houston to go to school. I didn't do it once. I did it twice. I moved to Penn State, came back to Houston, then moved again to New Jersey. Stayed there, finished my master's, then came back to Houston. So, I mean, that's sacrifice in itself to completely, just move to a state that you don't know anybody, I really had to focus and dedicate myself and my time to this, like I said, it was hard. At one time, I was even working 2 jobs and in school for my master's.
I remember.
This is when I was in New Jersey. And for my doctorate, I was working 3 jobs, newly married, and in school. I mean, it was just a lot. It was a lot. So, you just have to stay focused and know what you want to do and know where you're headed. And eventually you'll get there. You just have to be patient.
Wow. That is so, like I keep saying, that's so dope, man, because I'm just like, you got to understand, I watch Stephanie go from step to step to step. And, it might seem like it was easy. And it seemed like it was in a short amount of time, too, because each time that I was talking to you, it was like, yeah, I'm going back to school for my master's degree.
Yeah.
From the time you started at Penn State until now, it just seemed like it was such a short amount of time. But I know that it was a process. And
that was about 10, 12 years, though, in between.
I know, and it just seemed like it just went so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From just getting your bachelor's until now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just proud of you. There's so much more for you to do. And what's next for you? What's next? What else is you gonna knock out?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Disneyland. Maybe I'll go bungee jumping again. I don't know. I mean, wherever the wind takes me. I used to DJ a couple.
Yeah.
I was DJing. People calling me like, when are you gonna get back on the ones and twos?
And people was booking you too for their party. Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll go that route again and kind of see. The world is it's up for grabs. So wherever the wind kind of takes me.
Yeah. And has that book got out to? I know it just came out. Do you plan on getting it over to Nigeria? Because that's where you're originally from. Do you plan on getting it over there?
Yes, absolutely. I want to, the thing is that international barrier, it gets a little crazy. But definitely I want to surpass that. And I want it all around the world. I mean, I just got pictures from a child in Australia, so she ordered all the way from Australia and they sent me pictures. And I was just so excited. And it's a blessing when, where is Australia? All the way across the world, So, I mean, it's cool to see that, So I'm definitely wanting to, break that overseas barrier and have my book out there.
And even as we say that, I definitely want to let the viewers know it's for all cultures. You know what I mean? I think you discussed that. You had someone who said, well, it seemed like it's just for Black kids. No, it's not for Black kids.
Right.
All kids have, some of the same situations, some of the same struggles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us more insight on that, just so people will know that it's not just for Black kids? Even though, you are Nigerian, you came up as what? As Nigerian Black? I mean, I don't even...
Or Nigerian American.
Nigerian American. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell people, who is this book geared towards?
The book is geared towards everybody. Anybody who has differences. It could be a child with a disability. It could be a child who is of a different culture. Could be a child who is of a different religion. It could be a child of parents who are homosexual. I mean, everybody is different in their own way. It could be a child who has red hair and everybody in their class has black hair. So, they get picked on because they have red hair. It's simple as that. Anybody who is different in their own way is who the book is geared towards. It's not solely about race. Now, if you read and look, of course, the character is a African American child, but it's African American because that's who I am. That's who I relate to. But if you read the story, you'll then see that it has nothing to do with race.
Man, that's crazy. We should get that book in the schools.
Oh yeah.
We gotta find a way to get that into schools because some of the pressures that these kids are dealing with right now, especially how the world is right now, racism. I know it's probably confusing to a lot of these kids, and to have to choose. I would say the last 15 years, these kids knew nothing about racism at all.
That's right. Nobody was really seeing color.
Right. No one was seeing color. They kind of pretty much came up together, but now. It's like it's in your face. I mean? It's kind of awkward for these kids that have to talk about this. I mean, even though you should talk about it, but for them to have to talk about it, it's definitely it's an experience, and I believe Chi-Chi's hair would be something that could break the barrier.
That's right.
So man, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm eager to see what is to come. Again, my whole goal is to help kids, kids like me when I was a kid, and I wish I had, discussions like this to kind of help, because I mean, kids don't know. Kids are just mean for no reason, and they think, it won't. They don't think of the aftermath of stuff that they say to other kids. It hurts, and people like me remember things like that. hence where Chi-Chi came from.
Right. How do your parents feel about the book? Did they get a chance to read it?
They love it. My dad, as soon as he read the book, he's like, "Oh, that's Stephanie. I remember that." He remembers the situation that happened in that book. And he said he was so ticked off that day at that bus driver. And, my dad went to bat for me. This happened when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And I can remember vividly, you know, of what happened. So, but my parents are ecstatic. You know, my mom is, you know, selling books everywhere. She recently, a couple days ago, she sold 15 copies for me. You know, oh yeah.
Man, she might need a cut of those royalties.
So yeah, they are so excited. My brothers, and you know, I mean, it's just all a blessing.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much in awe of everything that you've done. You know, I'm proud to say I have a friend that's an author, a doctor.
Yep, all at the same time.
Yeah. You know, where I come from, you know, there's not too many people that's like you. You see a person that grinds the way you grind. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing to see you go and just kill it. You know what I mean? You didn't do it and complain the whole way. I mean, you actually did it, killed it. You know, nailed it.
That I think that has been embedded in me. You know, people outside looking in, it's like, oh, Stephanie killed it, but I just feel like I think these are the things that I have to do to move forward. You know, I don't even look at it like that because it's like a robot. You know what I'm saying? You just have to do it. You know?
Yes.
So.
And my final question before we wrap this up. If you had 5 words to give to the next generation, if you had 5 words to give to that younger Chichi, what would those 5 words be? 5 words. Yeah.
Be confident. I got it.
Okay.
Be confident and love yourself.
Be confident and love yourself. That's 2.
Be confident and love yourself. That's 6.
Okay. Man, listen, I ain't a doctor. You know what I mean?
You said 5 words.
Man, I'm just the guy with the podcast, man.
Oh, man.
Man, definitely, I just want to thank you so much for doing the podcast.
Thank you.
So anytime you got anything going on, you know, definitely come back on, you know, promote whatever you got going on. And we just want to enjoy the ride with you. You know what I mean? So everyone who tuned into this podcast, make sure you follow her on social media. Go out and buy the book for your kids, your nephew, your son, your daughter, everyone.
Here's the book. Everybody go out and buy the book. Buy this book.
For sure. Yes, let us know, like I said, everywhere where we can get the book, where you at on social media. I'm pretty sure a lot of people going to want to follow and just see what's going on with you.
Yeah, I am actually on pretty much everything. I'm on Twitter at The Colors of Me series. I am on Instagram at The Colors of Me series. I'm on Facebook at The Colors of Me series. So, I mean, if you go to www.thecolorsofme.com, all of it will pop up. You can find my social media. It gives you everything. I mean, even when I have events going on, I just had a book signing that a couple days ago as well. So all of these events and information is posted on www.thecolorsofme.com.
Man. You know, I definitely want to thank you, and for sure, like I said, don't be a stranger to Elated Conversation. I'm pretty sure me and you will talk after this, and it's funny to see you like this because I'm used to the other Stephanie. So.
What other Stephanie? Come on, tell the world. What other Stephanie?
You know, we'll save that for off camera.
For another show, right? Well, thank you so much. I appreciate all the things that you're doing. I see you even growing, you know, what you're trying to do with the community. And I mean, it's always a great thing when I see young Black professionals, you know, moving up and really, you know, handling business. I love to see that. because we're all one.
Yes.
We're all one. So we have to continue doing what we're doing.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
Definitely get back to you.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
Well, family, that concludes our show for today. Once again, I want to thank Dr. Stephanie Oguchi for just coming in and dropping some gems. Please be sure to check out her book, The Colors of Me, Chi-Chi's Hair, and also check out my online retail shop, Elated Culture. We have some of the hottest streetwear out, so whenever you get a chance, check that out. Check us out on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Pinterest, Twitter, man, we just everywhere. So until next time, stay up, stay elated. I love you. Peace.